Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. but there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
On first down, Corcoran. A short throw caught by Andrews. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. From the gun, Corcoran throwing the out route and complete. It's Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. These guys hooking up right away here, Charles. 2 plays, both passes in his direction, and both catches.
And in our time together, have we not seen the tight end position continue to develop in the passing game? You know, at some point, we may not call them tight ends anymore. We may have to come up with an entirely different way of designating that position and what they do on the field. Because when I hear tight end, I think the old school, hand in the dirt, blocking on the line of scrimmage. These guys are much more receiver than they are guys who are going to move into passing in the running game.
So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So that'll back him up 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's May. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Number 89.
A big play there. 79 yards. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25 yards.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Taken down and sacked.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Corcoran. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up, whether it's on your grease board, right?
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Complete.
A big play there with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
The numbers on Moss from last week's game. 18 carries, 106 yardage-wise, and the score as well.
I give him a ton of credit. He's running the ball really well. But I look at those guys up front. That unit is truly playing as just that. Every move that they make, their teammate understands what that move means and what they need to do. And right now, they're starting to grind it out pretty well.
It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
Taken from just outside the 30. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Off the play fake. Gregory. Full left side complete. That's May. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and
the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Kenneth Murray able to record his 5th sack of the season.
they were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the gun, Corcoran. And he's going to go down. Back in his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. That's number 4. sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. Play action. Gregory. Looking outside, he's got a man. It's Manning. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Tampa Bay.
A big play there. What is going on here? 4 first-quarter touchdowns. Unbelievable. As the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
The score, Buccaneers 28.
Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And the Buccaneer defense for the second straight play flexing its muscle. So by forcing a loss.
Line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Kenneth Murray in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake. Gregory. That's going to be caught. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Touchdown, Tampa
Okay,
Bay.
we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just
now-
said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
Good luck.
he's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
25-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to...
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. His throw incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
And that is man, that's Cooper. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. They'll run on 1st down with Moss. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
42.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. From the gun, Corcoran. Pressure comes and down he goes.
Taken down and sacked. A 7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Operating from the gun. Corcoran. Throw left side complete. That's Weber. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
Taking it about the 16. That'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today,
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A big play there. 74 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
and now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And what would you say? Is it the offensive line that has caused a lot of this pressure to get back there?
That's always the first place that you have to look to see what's going on, but part of it is so difficult to simulate this type of pass rush.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw on 2nd down. Corcoran. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. Able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
They'll run a draw now with Moss.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Corcoran looking left side. Andrews with it complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Moss. And Moss hit, and the football pass free.
Moss, the ball carrier.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Makes the score. Buccaneers 42.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Now a 1st down throw complete downfield. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38. What a first half this is. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
To number 89. Touchdown.
I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
Doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance. This man knows how to find the end zone and make it count.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now left side, a completion to his tight end, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They needed inches, but they got yards and plenty of them.
And that often happens when everyone's stacked near the line of scrimmage when, as you said, all you need are inches. So you bring people closer to it. If you pop it free as he did there, it's a lot of grass available for him to run on. This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
To throw on 2nd down, Corcoran. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The Falcons on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
22-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And the good news, his team's winning. The bad news, he hasn't had the game that he's hoped to, at least to this point here in the second quarter.
And a lot of that is pride, because these types of backs want to be in the center of all the...
And the defense loses him. It's complete. But he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a gain of 35. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Gregory. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
To number 80.
A big play there. 43 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes, someone delivering it accurately, offensive line giving him time to throw the ball. A true team record, but he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Corcoran. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago. And another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That's taken at around the 40. The 41-yard punt, 9 on the return.
At their own 49-yard line.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between...
And he holds it in for the Buccaneer touchdown.
Number 89.
23 yards for the touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Getting set to go again. We get a look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
We'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. To throw on 2nd down. Corcoran. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Winfield.
From the gun on 3rd down. Corcoran. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fielded at the 33. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Off play action. Gregory. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
To number 89.
A 24-yard touchdown. And this offense continues to pour it on.
That's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
At their own 25-yard line.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And they'll indeed take a knee. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And it is the Jets who have the lead in the second quarter. The Jets still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Miles Boykin, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's head to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. See what's happening with the Bengals. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. The Browns looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This one fielded at the 5. And they will rank. Down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
That is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
A gain of 50.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
They'll run on first down. Wiggins. And a penalty flag is down to the backfield as they finally bring him to the turf. And I'm not sure this is going to stand. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal. They'll try the left side. Wiggins, only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
They'll keep it on the ground. Wiggins, and the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 4th down, Gregory. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Touchdown.
From 4 yards out. And this Buccaneer offense is running away with this one.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down. Back to throw. Corcoran. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown. Falcons. Calvin Ridley. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons claw one back.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point forthcoming.
For the extra point.
So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter.
Falcons 10.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
Off the play fake. Gregory. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. That's May. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by one more.
10.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun, Corcoran. Cooper's got it. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a 1st down. Operating from the gun. Corcoran throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the Buccaneers, 40.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Corcoran over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 19. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Andrews. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Brings up
ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Back sacked.
For a rookie 1st rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
On 3rd down, Corcoran. The pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Back now in Atlanta. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Tucker McCann on for the field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
McCann's kick up and good.
And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
84.
On the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
26-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to...
And got his man complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 37.
7 yards. First down, Buccaneers.
Off play action. Gregory. Looking left side and has got a man. It's May. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down.
Loss of 9. Now 2nd and goal at the 12-yard line.
Back to throw again. And it's caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And this Buccaneer offense, they're running away with this one.
Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession.
And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the gun, Corcoran. This one caught by Ridley. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 10.
Operating from the gun, Corcoran. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And it's fielded in the 34.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
1st and 10 at their own.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field.
And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5.
Still first down.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Off the play fake. Gregory. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Bucs offense continuing to pour it on. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
So out come the Falcons now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Listen, something like there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Corcoran. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
And sacked.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Corcoran. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's fielded at the 45. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Off play action. Gregory. And past the 35. He'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Wiggins, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And Ingram hauls it in. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
On 2nd and goal, Gregory to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. Leaping, and he makes the grab.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
10 more yards.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. To the right sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Than a yard.
From the gun, Corcoran. And that is
incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Taken in at the 11. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Off the play fake. Gregory. Throw left side complete. That's May. 20, 10, 5, and finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 77 yards.
Continuing to keep their foot on the gas, and it looks like they're just having fun out there. They're loose, they're free, and they're enjoying what the scoreboard looks like.
I'd have to say I agree with you totally. They're having a blast out there all game long. When they throw the football, they're picking up nice chunks of real estate, significant yardage.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard
The
line.
Falcons ready to take over.
Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. To throw on second down. Corcoran. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
And that will be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A final score now from Chicago. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. He's going to rifle one deep left. Oh, wide open, complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Point after, right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now, they almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. Operating from the gun. Corcoran looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That third down conversion good for 23.
At the 48-yard line.
On 1st and 10. Corcoran. He's going to let it fly. It's caught at the 10. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Tampa Bay, that early momentum continues here as they move